So I know I'm jumping onto the hate train like way too late on, but I really thought that I needed to talk about this as well, especially after hearing all the news about this and whatnot. But every single time, Nvidia just does not fail to disappoint. I I don't know why I still have faith in Nvidia, you know. Every single time I make a video negatively talking about Nvidia, every single time I have at least a sliver of hope, you know, that stuff is gonna get better. But after each video I make, stuff seems to get only worse. And this time, we're talking about the absolutely catastrophic launch, if you can even call it a launch, of the Nvidia 5060 Ti 8GB edition. And first, Nvidia, why? Just tell me, why are you doing this to us? You had such a good run-up. The RTX 10 series, 16 series, 20 series, especially the 20 series and 16 series. Then you got the 30 series as well, where you did at least somewhat alright. Same with the 40 series as well. And with the 50 series, you're absolutely destroying yourselves. You could not fail any more than this. And I mean, it's insane, you know. Back when Intel was failing with their CPUs, I thought that was a bad downfall. But never mind what I just said then, because yeah, it looks like we found a competitor to Intel's at the time downfall. Because Jesus Christ, how can you mess up this badly? I have absolutely no idea. Now, first, the whole concept of the RTX 5060 Ti 8GB edition. The whole concept of this card is just so flawed. It's basically a 4060, I guess, or like a 4050, which we just modified a bit more, added better DLSS, and then like faster RAM, so faster GDDR7X, I think it's called, RAM, or VRAM, sorry, and that's literally it. Like that's the 5060 Ti 8GB edition summarized in a nutshell. And I mean, the whole concept of this card is just so baffling. Not only what I just said now, but also the fact it only has 8GB. Like, Jesus Christ, 8GB in the big 2025. Like, I am sorry, Nvidia, but that's just bonkers, okay? Like, I get it with the 40 series or 30 series or 20 series or the, 16 series cards, I get it, but now it's a new generation where you had the potential and all the open space you wanted to show yourselves off, to show your technologies off, to show basically your limits off and what you can deliver. And what have you done? You have not delivered anything at all. Tell me one good thing, or one good graphics card at least, that you've delivered. Like, I'm saying good, but like good in every aspect. Not, I don't know, good in as if it's like a 32GB card, but like it's horrible because of the price. Like it's, that like. Tell me one GPU you have made in the 50 series lineup which is actually genuinely amazing and which actually tops the AMD, the new AMD generation of graphics cards, or the Intel generation of graphics cards. No, you have not. You have not. What, the 5060 Ti 16GB edition, the 5070 Ti, and the 5070, the 5080? Bro, what are you, bro, especially the 5080 and 5080 Ti. Like, I'm sorry, Nvidia, but every single time I sit down here to make a recording like this, I lose more and more hope and more faith in you. It's absolutely insane how quickly and how far you have managed to fall down. And this isn't anything personal or anything similar. These are straight facts. Like, this is not even anything, me having anything personal against Nvidia or literally anything similar. These are straight facts that I'm talking about. Like, it's absolutely insane how you can mess up a new generation of graphics cards this bad, whether it's the specs or the horrible launch or the price or anything similar. And let's not get off track here, because I'll be honest, I did get quite a bit off track here now. So let's get back to the 5060 Ti. But speaking of horrible launches, this card, like, I don't even know if you can consider this a launch, because the card launched for like a few days. God knows if it was like a few days, and then it just disappeared because, quote unquote, they needed to do management and checks and whatnot. Nvidia, what are you talking about? What are you on? If that's really the case, you should have done that before. And I mean, if that's the case, which I don't actually believe that's the case, but if that's actually the case, then you should have done that like ages ago, not now after you've released your cards and released the release date and whatnot. It's absolutely atrocious. Like, why would you do such a thing? And everybody was, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people were quite interested to try out this new 5060 and like the 5060 Ti 8GB edition. They were quite interested, to say the least, to try these, to try the 5060 Ti out. And then you suddenly pull the plug on these, and I bet like $2 billion that the reason as to why they actually did this is because of the fact that it was an 8GB card and just like a slightly modified version of the 4060. Like, I bet you guys that was the reason why they managed to, or like why they pulled the plug on these graphics cards so incredibly fast. And it's just insane, just tell me, Nvidia, why would you do it? A slightly modified 4060 graphics card, which is basically a slightly modified 4060 with false advertising. And I'm saying false advertising because they literally said that this card was like 5 times or like 3 times faster than the 4060. Just lies, absolute lies. So yeah, like a horrible launch, horrible advertisement, and literally straight up lying to your audience, just suddenly pulling the plug on the graphics card, and overall just horribly, absolutely atrociously delivering on an item which was at least somewhat supposed to be interesting and at least somewhat was supposed to rival the 4060. And it's just really sad, to see where Nvidia has gone and in which direction they have gone. Like, they could not have done this horrible launch in a worse time. They could not have gotten the entire timing more worse. They first did the horrible 50 series launch, like the 50 series as a whole. Then they canceled the GTX 10 and 16 series cards. And now this. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's gonna be next? I don't even want to think about what's gonna be next. But yeah, I don't even want to think about what's gonna be next. And Nvidia, I mean, I like to hope that stuff will get fixed, but at this point, that is just very, very hard to do.